I'm back from the woods here on the shores of Escambia Lakes, Goat Refuge Lake, Alabama. And I'm now putting the leaves down on the row here. We've tilled this row out and removed some bahia grass. And now we're putting the leaves down on this row. And we're going to be planting our little blueberry plants in there. These are pink blueberry plants that have been bound in these 1-gallon pots for a year and a half or so. Here's a row we planted yesterday. Every 3 foot marked with measuring tape. And we are going to then be putting compost over the leaves, tilling those in. We've already tilled in a bunch of pine bark from the Evergreen Company. We don't always do that, but I don't know, it's a combination of laziness and expedience, because I got so much work to do to get all this other material together. I just went ahead and bought a bunch of the concentrated pine bark and potting soil. And it's just more variety. It's that dark stuff there, that potting soil. It's very fine pine bark. It's been like aged and all, and you know, it's just the more the merrier with this. The more organic matter you can have in there. And you know, again, these plants were deprived. Okay, they should have been transplanted a long time ago. So I splurged and spent a little money on that. But everything else, I mean, come on, we don't have to spend any money. We just got to spend a little time. We're talking about a woods floor that gives and gives and gives and gives. Look at all these leaves and this rotted dead wood matter with all the microbes, all the microorganisms in here, the indigenous ones, you know, the ones that are local, not the ones that are being sent to you from some factory or, you know, produced in some faraway state or who knows where. It's all local, organic, wonderful stuff to be putting in the ground here. All these little twigs, dead wood that's breaking up with the leaves, that continues to decompose. Remember, there's compost in here that's already been decomposing with goat poops and duck effluent and turkey poops and who knows what else from out here at the farm. It's good stuff. So, you know, this stuff gets in the soil and it continues to decompose, and acid forming substrate here that's just wonderful for the blueberries. Look at that. See all this material, and it's variety. It's the kind of variety that plants like. A variety of organic materials. It's soil enhancement. Add to that the different topic, I know, but add to that the fish hydrolysis fertilizer, lactic acid bacteria produced fertilizers that we're going to be using out here on these crops. It spells a great future for growing out here. We already have some great successes. We have other failures which we're learning from, and we believe that the worst failure is just not to do what we're doing right now. That's a strange way to put it, but the more organic, natural, local material and organic farming methods that you can apply that are relevant, the better. Because your greatest risk is that you just stick it in some dense clay-like soil or something and let it wither there and go nowhere. I mean, we've seen that. We don't want to do that. Soil needs enhancement, but this soil has a good start. Look at this. Where are we standing? On a bank about 100 foot up from the lake to the line up there, and there's a swamp over there and there's a woods over there. Young pine. This was a mine site, and 7 years ago these pines were all planted here. Folks, I cleared out of this 2 acre so area here that we're standing in, that's the area that's fenced in here. I cleared over 1,000 young pines. I pulled up all these young ones that I could pull up by hand And then the bigger ones, I hacked them down and axed the roots out, because I don't like tripping over pine stubs, folks. So it was to get this growing environment, but leave some of the pines in. Look how many. I mean, I think I counted about 50 trees we left in here. You know, they'll continue to grow and provide a little shade, a little filtered light for some of the plants. For the blueberries, they help for this to continue to be an acid soil environment, which the blueberries thrive on. I mean, what other berry loves acid soil as much as blueberries? It's, you know, hardly anything can compare to it, you know. Blackberries are more tolerant of some alkalinity. Oh, by the way, just to mention, I know we're on this topic, but I'm just mentioning that our methodology here is to grow berries, and while they're growing young in the areas where we're growing berries, we're also growing vegetables in between the rows. So in between this row right now, this 10-foot spaced row, there will be a row of carrots growing very soon. We're doing it over with the blackberries, and we're going to do it here. Carrots are some of the more acid tolerant of the edible vegetables, the human consumption vegetables. So that's why we've chosen to plant them here as opposed to spinach or some legumes or other material that isn't as tolerant of the acid. Okay, I'm going to get to putting out some more leaves and compost, tilling that in, getting these plants in. I want to till up some more rows and just keep working. I got so much to do. All right, we'll talk to you later.